Everyone's wondering what would happen if Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney were to meet in the ring, but it looks like people will have to wait a bit longer. According to Stevenson, Devin's been ducking a possible fight with him, but of course, Devin isn't letting Shakur get away with talking bad about his reputation. If the two were to meet in the ring, one might wonder if Devin has what it takes to stay in this division. Terrence Crawford doesn't think that anyone can best Shakur. Terrence stated, "Come on, man, you already know. Ain't nobody beating Shakur. I'm saying Shakur beat everybody. It doesn't matter who it is, Shakur beating him. Shakur over everybody, that's how it's gonna be. That boy is special. Shakur is one of a kind. He adapts to every fighter, and then once he does that, it's a long night. We saw Shakur go forward. We saw Shakur stay in the pocket, move, how defensive-minded he's been. Shakur's just all around a great fighter." Rolly Romero definitely understands what Devin Haney brings to the table, but he's not blind to Shakur's skill and power.
Like, I'll be honest, I used to think Devin Haney was the most boring fighter in dance sport. But at least Devin Haney tries to knock people out. It's just Devin Haney just has the inferior, genetics, His genetics are beyond horrible with his sloppy legs and his weak body frame and all that stuff, But Shakur, that guy will put anybody to sleep outside the ring. Not inside the ring, because he's the most boring fighter in the history of boxing. And they can say whatever the fuck they want. They can hype him up and all that stuff. But I really feel bad for him because there's no way they could put him on pay-per-view. He can't sell a fight.
Bill Haney really thinks that Shakur is only going to be a warm-up for Devin, and he believes that Shakur, Vasily Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez are all tune-up fights. Bill stated, "The only thing unfortunate about that scenario is that Devin can't fight them all at the same time. Until I get an offer on paper, we'll sit down and talk, and I'll listen and see what's on the table. Devin beats them all. Devin's the best in the world. They're all tune-ups. We're taking a look at 140. Devin will have the latest say in it. It's my job to get out and see what the landscape looks like. He's been a 135-pounder his whole career. We haven't spent a lot of time looking at 140, but now it's time to start looking at them." Sean Porter seems to believe that Devin's response to Shakur approaching him in the ring says a lot about the kind of fighter he'll be against Shakur.
I don't even know if you would let somebody come in the ring and look at you like that and not go back to him.
No.
The way I seen that little kid walk out that ring when he was looking at him like, "I dare you to walk over here." Even if I'm scared, I'm walking over there. Just to show you.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
If anyone's ready for this fight, it's definitely Bob Arum though. Bob stated, "Well, all we can do is offer them alternative fights. What are the alternative fights? So when I meet him with Bill Haney, his father and manager, there are a few fights that we can talk about, and there are probably others he can fight. The winner of this fight, Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez, maybe go to 140. He can maybe fight Ryan Garcia. That's a possibility. He can stay at 135 and maybe fight a rematch with Vasily Lomachenko, or he can say to me, hey, the guy I want that is a tremendous fighter and would do a lot of business is Shakur Stevenson. I like them all. Obviously, the fight I would like best is against Shakur Stevenson, because he's another guy I love to watch fight." When Antonio Tarver was asked about what he thought about Devin Haney, he didn't seem too confident about him beating anyone right now. Antonio stated, "What he has right now? No. What he has right now, I don't think so. But can he develop? That remains to be seen, but he's gonna have to do it expeditiously because there are no more soft touches where you're going. You got Shakur around the corner, and you got Gervonta right there. You even have a puncher like Ryan Garcia. Do you see what I'm saying? So he's gonna have to get some lessons for real because, I can talk in private. Devin Haney needs to get more defensively responsible. When you talk about fighting sharp shoes like Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis, that was evident in the fight. Footwork is needed." Ryan Garcia was pretty confident in his prediction, and his trainer was thinking the same thing.
Devin or Shakur, Henry?
Well, Devin's a smart fighter, and I think he's got more power than Shakur. But let me tell you something about Shakur and Ryan, okay?
Buddy McGirt definitely thinks that this fight should be happening, but he's pretty sure that Shakur will end up winning in the end. I think Haney should fight Shakur. I see Shakur winning. I think Shakur's the best at 135. Shakur has come a long way and he's always had the talent. The problem is he's getting better and better, and he's gonna become a guy that nobody wants to fight. He's gonna be the Marvin Hagler of the 135-pound division and nobody wants to fight. He's the real deal. Whoever fights Haney next has got to be on their A game. If they're on their A game, it's gonna be interesting. If they're not on their A game, Devin is gonna beat them. Oscar Valdez isn't too sure about Devin's power against Shakur, but he's got first-hand experience with Shakur and his skills. Oscar stated, "I've never faced Gervonta Davis, I've never faced Devin Haney, but I faced Shakur and Shakur is legit. Shakur, there's something special about him. I worked very, very hard for that fight, and I maybe landed 5 clean shots. Not even clean, you know, because Shakur has a defense where he's rocking a little bit back, and if you land your shot, it's still not solid. So, you know, you've got someone like Gervonta Davis, who's a knockout artist, and Devin Haney, who's also a very, very technical fighter and has a longer reach. But for you to knock out somebody, first you gotta hit him, and I don't see a lot of these fighters touching Shakur because he just has a great defense. Andre Ward definitely understands how big a fight with Shakur or Gervonta Davis would be for Haney, but he gets why fans want him to rematch Vasily as well. Andre stated, "It's tough for Devin because of the weight situation, but obviously I've shown you what I would do. I would personally run it back. I'd run it back just because I'm a competitor. It's not just the public saying I lost, but personally for me, I wanted to create some separation. And I think Devin Haney should do that. I think he should rematch Lomachenko because from a legacy and money play, I don't think there's a bigger situation right now. The Shakur Stevenson fight is big. The Gervonta Davis fight is back, but people want to see him rematch Loma. That's the fight that everybody's focused on. I think he can get his money up and put on a better performance." Well, it seems as though Shakur is definitely planning on taking his place in the seed.
We'll let him go first. Grab his shit. Hey, for now, bro. For now. Hey, for now.
Shakur seemed to have a problem with the money that was offered for the first fight offer though. Shakur stated, "I don't think I'm the A side, I just know my worth and 25% ain't it. And I didn't turn the fight down either. That was supposedly the first offer and I haven't heard anything else since." A user on Twitter was confused on how the offer was so low as they tweeted, "If Devin Haney was offered $2.8 million to Kambosos $3.8 million, about a 60-40 split, why is that not afforded to Shakur who gets $3 million a fight plus he puts butts in seats at 10K plus?" To that, Shakur responded by tweeting, "Because they're running with a fake rumor that Kambosos made $10 million and Lil Dude made $2.8 million, but that shit is cap. They don't really want to fight, to be honest. They just tried to lowball me to look good for the fans who watched him run out the ring. It's cool though, my destiny awaits." The two fighters were pretty cautious of each other when they sparred each other in the past.
Touch to get there. Right.
Yet, Shakur believes that Devin has been ducking a potential fight this whole time. Shakur stated, "Lomachenko should be the undisputed champion. He won that fight. He landed the cleaner punches. He landed the cleaner shots on Dev. He pushed the pace. Let's make a fight versus Haney happen. I think that should happen next. I think Devin's not on my level and I'ma show it." Shakur tweeted, "Devin the Duck Haney doesn't want no wreck." I'm not trying to go back and forth on this app though. Go about your business. To which Devin tweeted back saying, "Duck nobody, check my resume and check yours." If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.